Donald Trump puts military on border. The Trump administration hasn't determined how many troops they were going to send to the Mexico border, but sources in the Trump administration and Homeland Security Kirstjen Nielsen says, "We're going to be sending as many troops as we need." April 5, 2018. All eyes are tuned in because they don't know what the Trump administration planned to do. Donald Trump said simply, "We are preparing for the military to secure our border between Mexico and the United States," and that was all the American people know on his plan for deploying the troops. Will they be reinforcing border crossing? A couple other problems surging with tension high. The Mexican army has been attacked on an ongoing basis. April 1, 2018, one of Mexico's drug cartels mounted a .50 caliber machine gun to a helicopter and was firing upon Mexican soldiers who were enforcing border control. As gunmen and Mexican authorities exchanged gunfire in Juarez, police in El Paso shut down several miles of border highway, the Associated Press reported. Border Patrol spokesman Doug Mosier said his agency asked for the closure, a first since the drug war erupted, in the interest of public safety. No one was injured on the U.S. side, but one bullet came across the Rio Grande, crashed through a window and lodged in an office door frame at the University of Texas at El Paso. Police are also investigating reports that another errant round shattered a window in a passing car. Witnesses at a nearby charity said at least one bullet hit their building, too. This threat to the citizens of Mexico, the unrest, no security and its infrastructure is on a downward spiral. Mexico citizens are leaving their country due to violence, no opportunity, and a falling economy controlled by drugs, embezzlement and bribery. You have heard a story of being pulled over by a public officer in the country of Mexico. They want money, they will take your bribe. They also spot out cars and people to make their daily extra, under-the-table income. Currently about 12 million illegal immigrants live in the U.S. Mexico citizens make up 4% of the adult population, with their young extremely underaccounted for. Mexico is built on family culture. There are current boycotts of states saying that they are treating Mexico immigrants like criminals. Here are the immigration laws Mexico enforce. The Mexico government will bar foreigners if they upset the equilibrium of the national demographics. If outsiders do not enhance the country's economic or national interests or are not found to be physically or mentally healthy, they are not welcome. Neither are those who show contempt against national sovereignty or security. They must not be economic burdens on society and must have clean criminal histories. Those seeking to obtain Mexico citizenship must show a birth certificate, provide a bank statement proving economic independence, pass an exam, and prove they can provide their own health care. Here is where it gets punishable and enforced. Illegal entry into the country is equivalent to a felony punishable by 2 years imprisonment. Document fraud is subject to fine and imprisonment, so is alien marriage fraud. Evading deportation is a serious crime. Illegal re-entry after deportation is punishable by 10 years imprisonment. Foreigners may be kicked out of the country without due process. As Mexico and America suit up across the border, one can only ask, is it finally time to turn Mexico to an American continent? As economics, civil unrest, health and mostly sense of security fall to devastating number, the cry for help is being made. They are fleeing due to an unestablished government, and if we are their neighbors, it will leach onto us, affecting our society as well. To suffer the same fate as Mexico will start at its hot border. Murders in these states are ushered in with drugs, causing some of America's most dangerous places to live are either right on the border. California, New Mexico, Arizona, etc. are being directly affected, in some other states that the cartels drug corpus control, Atlanta, Chicago, etc. The worst from overflow of undocumented crimes, unsolved drugs, money, and criminal enterprises. In turn, if things don't change and we fail to look into the future as a guide, we will suffer the same fate.